Hi and welcome to my YouTube video, guys. Today I will show you how you can write personalized emails completely automated and just run you through my process. If you don't have the time or you don't want to sit through the entire video, that's fine. I have everything as a free downloadable in the links below. Make sure to check that out. So yeah, let's get started with the automation. It basically works like this. If you want to read everything individually, pause the video right now, take a look at this flow chart. It's pretty self-explanatory. If not, I'm going to explain it to you right here next to it while drawing like an ape into my little drawing board. So basically, we're going to take a URL that we have from LinkedIn Search Navigator. We're going to insert it into our Google Sheets. So the URL will go inside here, this field. Right after that, we're going to hit the play button on make.com and it's going to trigger the automation. This then is going to go into a tool called Phantom Buster. Phantom Buster looks like a little ghost basically. This will extract all the lead information except the email. No email in this thing, okay? Afterwards, we're going to send this to Apollo. I think the logo of Apollo looks like this. This is where we're actually going to get our email. And we're going to send all of that to our RelevanceAI agent. Now, that agent is going to go through all of LinkedIn, okay? Going to scrape the entire website to find the latest posts of each individual lead that we have found with an email. Then going to take that information and write part of an email, put that into a template that we have pre-written. We're just going to sign it. Here's my signature. And that's going to be sent via Gmail. Okay, this is a G, okay, guys? This is a G, gangster email. This is how the automation works. This is how it's looking in a nice way. Again, so you understand it, LinkedIn Sales Navigator URL export into our Google Sheets, extract the information, accept the email on Phantom Buster, send that stuff into Apollo, find the email, give all of that to our RelevanceAI agent, then send the email to that person. That's it. This is how it works. Should be pretty clear. Now let's get to a live demo. We will start on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. This is the first tool that we will use in order to find multiple leads at the same time. I want to target small marketing agencies. I'm going to get very specific and only search for leads in Munich, Bavaria. We have 47 results, 47 leads in Munich, CEOs from small marketing companies. So I'm going to go ahead and put that search URL inside my sheets. And then I'm going to go here and choose my URL. This is the only thing that we're going to do manually. Afterwards, when I click here the button, oh, you guys can't see it, wait a second. When I click here the button, the automation is going to run. Okay, and we're going to wait for a little bit, drink some coffee in the meantime. Isn't working nice when everything is automated? I'm working so hard right now. Like hardest work on earth. Jesus Christ. I'm getting paid for this as well. Gotta love 2025, man. Okay, our automation went through. This should have triggered the second automation. Yep, it already triggered. So basically what happened is the extracted leads get run through the Apollo module, which then searches for email addresses based on the lead information that it has been given to. That is then first being saved to our Google Sheets, and secondly our RelevanceAI agent. He basically writes the personalized emails based on scraping through each individual lead's LinkedIn posts and writing text based on that. So now we let our RelevanceAI agent scrape through all the LinkedIns. You can see here we have one personalized email written to a guy named Steven. He is the CEO of Data-Driven Rebels. We can cross-check that in our LinkedIn Search Navigator. We can go through here a little bit. Yeah, there he is. Steven Badesaki, CEO of Data-Driven Rebels. We can again go here and I can read through this and see if there are any mistakes. Change the name here to my name instead of my colleague's name. If we like it, we will just hit approve. It sent the email, and now it's working on the next one. Ah, now we got Stephanie, co-founded We Are Network. Stephanie Stürmer. Yeah, let's send it right away. So hit approve. Sends the email. And we jump on to the next one. I guess you guys are getting the gist of this. We can also go to our Google spreadsheet. Just see here from 47 leads that we searched on LinkedIn, we have found the emails of 23 people. And yeah, so that's so much for the live demo. Let's get into the next part. You guys are probably thinking how much it costs. As you can see here, you can do this basically for free. If you're using the tools a little bit more, yes, you can pay 120 euros for a LinkedIn Sales Navigator and probably 20 euros each for Make.com and RelevanceAI, as these two tools are quite significant in building multiple automations throughout your business. You will be probably looking at around 40 euros a month, but you can use the free trials of each individual tool, connect them all, and extract leads for free. Yeah, if you want to have the automation for yourself, be sure to check the link in the description below, as it is a free download. This is the first automation. I'll just hit each individual module and then say something about it. I mean, configuring a Google Sheets module is actually really simple. You just hit the spreadsheet ID, put the sheet name inside, and that's about it. Next, for the Phantom Buster module, it's a little bit tricky, but you basically have to put in your Phantom ID here. So you're going to go to Phantom Buster, browse the Phantoms, then go a little bit down until you find the Sales Navigator search export. You're going to click Use It Now, add your spreadsheet URL, save, the C of data. Here you can control about how many phantoms, how many leads Phantom Buster should export. I usually put 1,000. You click Save, Save, and then you have your Phantom configured. Up here in the URL, you will find the ID to copy. So you're just going to copy this, go back to your automation, and then just hit copy paste here and click save. Afterwards, I have a sleep module in place. As you guys saw in the demo, it takes some time for Phantom Buster to export the phantoms if you're using the free version. So I highly recommend you to put it at least to 2 minutes if you're extracting anywhere between 50 to 500 leads. If it's less than 50 leads, you can set it to a minute or something. If it's more than 500, I haven't exported more than 500, you probably have to set this up to 5 minutes. But again, this is just if you want to stay in the free version and save some money. You need an output module, so Phantom Buster get an output, basically the same Phantom ID, and download the result. You get the container ID from the output module. You just click here and then hit save. Now, when you download the Phantom, it basically gives you a bunch of data points that look like this. So in order to receive the actual lead information into Make.com, we're going to parse it twice with the JSON model. The first one is going to be the data that we just saw from the download module, and then hit save. You're going to parse that again. You're going to use the result, and afterwards we're going to aggregate it. So we want, let me show you here. So this is the JSON string we got from the first module, bunch of clumped up data, and this is the second module. Still way too much per lead. We're not interested in all of this stuff from LinkedIn. So we aggregate part of the data. Aggregate means we basically filter out most of it. We only are interested in the first name, last name, LinkedIn URL, and the organization name. You can also get the company URL if this is something you're searching for. If you want to find the company's website, then yeah, you can basically go for that. Then we set the variable. So we basically take the JSON string from the aggregated JSON module and the container ID to then send this information to our next automation. This is the HTTP module. We basically go to our next automation. We have a webhook in place. You basically click copy to clipboard, go over here into your HTTP module, that there, and hit save. So now this HTTP module will send whatever data we get from here to our webhook and then trigger immediately the next automation. Next, we have a Google Sheets module. This adds the first row to our data sheet just to make it look nice. We don't want the data to be all ran through. Next, we have an iterator module. This basically takes the data from the webhook here. We then aggregate that into JSON. We parse that into a JSON string. We aggregate that again. So now in these steps that we did here, since we are using the free Apollo version of finding emails for our leads, we can only be sending Apollo 10 leads at the same time as a request. If you have the paid version, you can just iterate your data once, put in the Apollo module, and that's it. We like to use it for free. That's why we used all of these modules in between to give Apollo the data in the right format so it could find the leads afterwards. And this is what the repeater module basically does. We take whatever leads we found in Phantom Buster, so it should be the 47 leads from our Sales Navigator search, and we divide that by 10. We also do that in the next iterator module, and it will run through 10 leads at the same time to find those emails. The repeater module ran through Apollo 5 times, makes sense. We have about 47 leads, so it needs to send it 5 different bundles of these 10 individual leads at the same time for Apollo to find our emails. Apollo then takes that information, so you just take the body matches from Apollo. You can find it here, just matches. We run that through a filter. So we only want emails from the iterator that exist, which in case you can see is 23 leads exactly, that are then being sent to our Google Sheets module. We aggregate the data again, and we send that data directly to a bulk updates roles module. We have a router that also sends the things to our RelevanceAI agent. The RelevanceAI agent is configured in a way that it will read JSON only. So we aggregate the data into JSON, and then we send that JSON string to our RelevanceAI agent, which is called Emmy. Also, for some reason, sometimes I get an error message from RelevanceAI that it has used the maximum amount of repetitions. I don't know why, so this is why I just set an ignore error handler at the end. This takes care of that and it runs smoothly. So yeah. Next, I will show you how I did the RelevanceAI agent. If you're not familiar with RelevanceAI, this is basically how the interface looks when you create an agent. This is a simple agent that acts on itself alone, so it doesn't have any sub-agents or anything crazy than that. It just has to do the work for us. And this is exactly what we wrote into the core instructions. The core instructions is basically a prompt that you would also write for ChatGPT. You give it a role. So you are a email personalization and sender agent. You are in charge of personalizing emails based on the LinkedIn profiles and their posts and send those emails. You give it context. So what tools do you have? Why are you using these tools? What can these tools do for you? Then you give it an objective. So when you get the JSON information, you then use tool number 1, 2, and 3. These are the rules while using this tool. And that's basically it. At the end, you repeat important considerations as ChatGPT and also other agents when only consider the beginning and the end of the prompt, but they oftentimes forget what's in the middle. You want to repeat every single step that is important for the agent to execute again, so that it will actually do the things that you want it to do. It is also interesting that when you set the agent a little bit under emotional distress, it will actually do a better job than if you wouldn't do it. So it is vital to my career that you only run the tools uploads leads to knowledge table once. What I also like to do is I like to add a flow builder. This just basically repeats the core instructions again in a way that it will only execute certain tools in a row. Repeating those things betters the performance of our RelevanceAI agent. Then we have 3 tools. We have the email personalization tool, we have the send emails tool, and we have the upload leads to knowledge table. This is how our email personalization tool looks on the outside. It just gets the LinkedIn URL fed by the AI agent as it can access to its own database. Based on that, it will go through each individual step that we configured it to do. Starting from the LinkedIn URL, it will scrape the LinkedIn profile again and the LinkedIn user post. After that, I have a little piece of code. You can copy that. What it basically does, it aggregates the data again. So what we have in make.com as a module to just select in different fields. Here we actually have to write a line of code. And I have a second step where it only processes through maximum 10 posts of the user. We don't want our agent to be forever scraping that one crazy LinkedIn influencer. We just want the newest stuff. So this is what it's doing here. We have a small little LLM prompt. This tells the agent how to use the data that it scraped before to then write the personalized email. If you also want to have access to this, make sure to check the links in the description below to download the open version. You will find the prompt in there and you can analyze it for yourself. We take that scraped data and we convert it into JSON. We do that so we can then afterwards upload the leads to the knowledge table and send the emails. These two tools are also very easily to configure. We add the JSON inside to upload it to our knowledge table. You just pick your knowledge table here. And at last, we're going to send the emails. This is where the agent accesses our knowledge table and then sends the email. And yes, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial about automations and RelevanceAI agents. If you have any ideas what I should build next, maybe some mundane work that you do every single day and you don't want to be doing anymore, let me know in the comments below. Also make sure to check out the links in the description below to get the automation for yourself. It is completely for free. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to not miss out on any future builds. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching.